Today we are gonna be making an easy vegan mac and cheese recipe. The sauce for this recipe is totally plant-based. There's no processed vegan cheeses, no nuts, no oil, so it's low in fat, low in sodium, perfect for anyone wanting to kick off their health goals this year. Shout out to Dylan from Well Your World for inspiring this cheese sauce recipe. If you're new here, my name is Linda and this is Vegan Petite. Now let's get started. For the cheese sauce, you are gonna wanna have some cooked potatoes on hand. You can cook them any way that you like, but I made these in the Instant Pot. All I did was I started with a cup of cold water, put it at the bottom of the pot, and then I used this trivet. I put that in there, and for the size of potatoes that I have, you could see I had some large ones, a couple medium-sized ones. I cooked these for 16 minutes on high pressure, and then I did a 10-minute slow release before releasing the rest of the pressure, and they were perfectly cooked. But you only need about 2 medium-sized cooked potatoes for this recipe. Here I've got 1 pound of whole grain pasta shells. I found this in bulk at Winco. I was really pleasantly surprised to find all the bulk pastas they had there. So I'm gonna just add that to our pot of boiling water. And usually I salt my pasta water, but since I'm trying to eat less salt, we're gonna see how these noodles turn out without salting the pasta water, just with the cheesy sauce. So now we wanna heat up a saute pan and add just a little splash of vegetable broth, or water is fine as well. And we're gonna prepare the rest of our ingredients. We're going to roughly chop 1 yellow onion. And it doesn't have to be a perfect dice because we are gonna be blending up our sauce. Now you'll want about 6 or 7 garlic cloves, and you can roughly chop those as well. Add a little extra splash of vegetable broth as needed to prevent the garlic and onions from sticking to the pan. And just let those cook for several minutes or until the onions are nice and soft. Here I have 1 tablespoon of miso paste, and I've got half a cup of vegetable broth. I'm just gonna pour a little bit of the broth in to help dissolve the miso before adding in the rest. All right, our miso paste is dissolved well in our veggie broth. Now I'm going to add some seasonings. So here we have 1/3 of a cup of nutritional yeast. And then here I have half a teaspoon of turmeric. This is mostly to give it some color. And then a half teaspoon of regular paprika and a half teaspoon of smoked paprika. You could just do 1 type of paprika as well. Okay, add those in, add in the rest of our vegetable broth, bit at a time, and then just stir to combine everything. I'm also adding 1 teaspoon of stone ground mustard and 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. Pour the sauce over the onions and garlic and just let that cook for a couple minutes so that we cook our spices. I almost forgot. Go ahead and add as much or as little black pepper as you like. Now very carefully transfer this onion mixture to the blender. We're gonna use the cooked potatoes to thicken the sauce. Let's just start with 1 potato and we'll gauge and see if we need more. Go ahead and blend your sauce until smooth. So here's the texture of the sauce after just 1 potato. It looks pretty good already, but I wanna make more sauce and thicken it up a bit more. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that 2nd potato at this stage. All right, look at that super thick, cheesy sauce. That's what I like to see. As a side dish, I'm just gonna make some air fried frozen broccoli. If you didn't see me do this in my last video, go check that one out. I'll link it below for some healthy vegan hacks. But it's super easy. Just add 1 bag of frozen broccoli or other frozen veggies into your air fryer. And then I usually do 380 degrees for 5 minutes and then shake it and then 5 more minutes. Here we have our thick, creamy, vegan mac and cheese. That is so cozy and comforting. The texture is spot on. You get that nice hint of onion flavor and the seasonings. I do think the turmeric came out a little strong on this batch. I would say probably go for a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric next time instead of a 1/2 teaspoon. But aside from that, that's delicious. I would say too, if you have any, a little bit of carrot or a little bit of red bell pepper, you can saute that also with the onions and the garlic, and that will help sweeten out the sauce a little bit and mellow it out. It's delicious though. And you can always add extra nutritional yeast or black pepper if you want to at the end. Like the video and be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell as well. I share new videos every Sunday, and comment below what other kind of healthy recipes do you want to see on the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Good tip, they have bulk pastas at Winco. Cut that part out. This is an awkward angle.